Hi, good morning. Today's Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. It's like 9:30 a.m., a little bit past that time. I'm thankful for this morning. I'm thankful for another opportunity to talk and share with you. And I'm really grateful for this camera. I was thinking on the way over here to do this that I appreciate how the camera shows me myself in a way that I wouldn't see any other way. Isn't that interesting? I was like, for better or worse, it brings things up to the forefront for me to see, deal with, process, or not. And today I am acting on the little bit of courage that I have to say more things that I want to say. So yesterday I was recording while I was on the way to work, and I was talking about a little bit about my writing process during this writing challenge that I entered a couple of weeks ago. October 31st, the end of October 31st into that weekend. And kind of just talking about my experience with the challenge and how I found it really positive and fun. And I was trying to like share some insight on my creative side and process and how I come about putting words and sentences together. And overall, it was fun to talk about it and fun to see myself having fun talking about it. But then a few of the parts of what I said kind of bothered me a little bit, and I was like, And so something that came up with my review, which is another part that I actually enjoy about the process, is the review, the editing, the deciding if I want to like keep it as is or change it or redo or delete or even talk about or further like share or explore or talk about like on the next thing that I do, right? And how that adds to like that journey. And so I was kind of sitting with that while I was at work, and I was trying to process some things, and it started to bring up feelings that I have about just how I present myself and this fear that I have of coming off the wrong way or upsetting somebody or like offending people with my presence with my presence and my personality and my thoughts and my feelings, and just being really, really concerned about other people and what they think of me or what I think they think of me, and kind of like shape-shifting and wanting to like mold myself to be whatever idea I have of like what others expect of me, so that's something I've talked about before and I've shared. And I've been kind of trying to break down as to why, and the roots and the causes and the symptoms and the the remedies and all that stuff, right? And it's so interesting how like just a thought can like take me into the spiral of other things. I thankfully found this one to be upward moving, and so I'm thankful for that. And also I was thinking like, okay, I want to like further share and actually post, because I ended up not posting the thing that I was recording yesterday. And I was like, in the process and the steps that I was taking to like continue talking and with the intention of like posting, that helped me to feel like, okay, I have a place where I can like go, sit, talk, out loud and then release the thing, like actually, like literally release the thing and onto the internet. And that's cool. And so something that came up as I was thinking, okay, so just yesterday, throughout most of the afternoon time, I felt really like tight in my chest. And then I got this assignment, and that made me kind of even more nervous because I hadn't done it before. And so I was trying to make sure that I, was clearing my head enough to like focus enough to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. Overall it went well. But yeah, so that coupled with these other thoughts that I'm thinking, and typically at work I sit with a lot of my thoughts, and it's good because I've journaled way more than I've just been journaling a lot, so that's good. And I have a lot of like quiet time at work when I'm in the office too, so that's really good. So one of the thoughts that came to me was that when I get really excited about something and like I share that, I tend to afterwards feel some level of like, it feels wrong to feel excited and share my excitement because I've been hurt when I've done that before. So I thought that was interesting. And I wanted to really talk about a lot of this yesterday, but I was like, let me just give myself a little bit more time so I can fully like be with all of what this is for me, And so I went to the movies last night with the kids, and that was fun. And I needed that, and I needed to sleep on things, and I took a shower this morning, and I was looking at myself and I was like, you know what? I accept and I like my body as is and the stories that it has to tell. And so interjected in this journey is that something that I'd been working on, and trying to find that acceptance within myself and my physical being and my outward appearance, and the way that I dress and the way that I hold my body and posture and walk and things. And I was thinking about how, like, whether I like it or not, my body tells, my body tells and shows the things that it's lived through, the things that it's survived, my body and me. And that has also, at certain points of my life, caused me shame to know and feel like, oh my gosh, I feel so like out there and open and exposed, so I try to like cover and shrink and hide, and like negate, the way that I've been kept alive, been kept okay, persevered, overcome, Yeah. So I remember I was really excited to start this channel because I had been saying for some time that I wanted to do it, and I hadn't, among other things. And so when I was finally like, all right, we gonna start the channel, we gonna do this, we gonna talk, we gonna share, we gonna be out here. And it was cool. I had a plan, I had ideas. I was like, I wanted to get into this particular space, and so I was like really committed and devoted to that. And slowly my talks my talks with the camera has been like a shedding, a releasing, a discovering of other things, and confronting and having to do inventory and go back and unlearn and relearn and process and reprocess and let go and start over and take breaks and come back and wonder if I want to do this anymore and what's the point and who cares, and nobody's listening or watching anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I say that because like my relationship with my writing has been like that too. That one's a little longer. I've had that one a little longer, and well, way longer, since I was like a youngin'. And that one started out as like wishful dreaming about what could be, and then at some point it morphed into all the boys that didn't or wouldn't or couldn't love me, and then it transformed into my processing of all of that and wanting to find my purpose in overcoming all of that, I guess. Or at least not even really overcoming it, but like having lived it and just survived it and have had these experiences and trying to make sense of it and finding community and recovering from, you know. And then so now, well, over the last few years, it's been like, okay, now it's like finding like the positives and the like the good things and sharing alongside of with like the lived experience and the horror and how I'm managing it all or not. You know? Yeah. So I am needing to remind myself that I am good enough and I do care, and I can say whatever I want to say. And it not be bad or it not need to feel bad, you know, because my intention isn't necessarily to like offend or hurt or harm or like say anything about, I don't know, not like this anyways, you know, like I feel like I've been trying to learn how to be more upfront and be more clear and be like say what I mean, you know, and to the people that I need to say the things to. You know, I was thinking also that when I started posting regularly online, I felt really alone and alienated and needing to figure things out and figure myself out and what to do, and I was just looking for a job. That's all, you know. And I want to be able to say whatever I want or need to say for myself and it be okay. And I want others to be able to say whatever they want and need to say for themselves and it be okay. And not feel offended or like take it as personally. I'm a very sensitive person. That is something that's very difficult for me. I'd be like, what? Why you? And you said it, and the tone, and the, you know, I pick up on all the stuff. So right now I'm reading about attachment theory, attachment styles, and I am very hyper aware and very hyper vigilant and very hypersensitive to people. And that is why I tend to want to people please and just be okay and get so consumed with all the stuff, right? And I feel like all that comes from like a valid place too, you know? I've been privately and publicly humiliated. And that has stayed in my body and my psyche. And I will, because of those experiences, tell myself that I did something wrong, that I need to change, that I need to be different. I need to not be so excitable and not be so how I am, you know, cool it, calm down, you know, relax. It don't gotta be all that. You doing too much, you know. It's just, it's not, you know? And I believe that, you know. I used to say, I don't know if this makes sense. I feel like I'm all over the place. Because that's how genuinely I was feeling internally, you know. Like I didn't have the right. How dare you speak your mind? How dare you say what you want to say? You know, how dare you? I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I care a lot. But I don't care that much. Not at the expense of my authentic self. No. You know what I mean? I'm learning too that like that's not gonna make a difference anyways, me trying to hide and be something I'm not, because the real comes out anyways. You know, it spills and spews over anyway. You know, let me out. Hi, that's how it's been for me. I am coming out whether you like it or not, so get ready, or not, whatever. And it's best, I've learned for myself, to just like just be that which you already are, babes. So all that to say, okay, that a lot of the things that I say out loud like this, I have not said ever before. The thoughts be in my brain just turning over incessantly. And so sometimes they don't come out right. Sometimes I say the wrong things, quote unquote, right? Sometimes I don't say what I actually mean. I say something else because I'm reaching for words to help me. And these are the words that I presently have at my and so yeah, in the past I've, oh my gosh, and delete, you know, to my detriment, you know, in my having to now feel like distrust, not trusting myself, you know, because of that. And I don't want to be that way towards myself. I don't want to be that type of person, you know. And even that has been like, where did that come from? Where did that originate? Why? Like, you know, and being aware of that and saying like that's incorrect, and kind of wanting to show myself grace and compassion, you know, and even the correction, like the way that I'm being corrected and like correcting myself, has had to change and be improved, you know, and like my exercising of that, right, has had to improve. Like the things that I say, like I want to set an example and a positive, healthy one, you know, and that's been a process too, you know. Is what I am saying and how I'm living, the things that I'm doing, are those things aligning? Are those things congruent? And I could try and like fool myself about it, but that's gonna show too, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just wanted to speak to that, and just say that I adore you. I think the world of you, and I love you very much.